Carver with a Vengeance, or Die Hard 3 from 1995. So back in New York City, where John McClane is from, and now at the police station about the department store blow up. Now the woman working here wants Chief Inspector Walter Cobb here, played by Larry Bregman, to answer the phone. And the guy on the other end of the line addressed himself as Simon and wants to speak to John McClane, but he's suspended right now. Or else another big bang that John McClane must go to Harlem at this moment. And these three have to find McClane right away. And here's John McClane again, played by Bruce Willis, and the guy behind there just reads some crime stats. And now John takes his clothes off for the mission.
You're the first woman since Holly to see me do this.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
And these three will be watching from 10 blocks away. So they drop off McClane and wears his big sign. This lady's reaction says it all. And now at the music store here and see Zeus Carver here, played by Samuel L. Jackson. And Zeus talking to the kids here, and they tell him something unusual's out there on the street, and I'll skip this part. And Zeus confronts John McClane and that he's got 10 seconds to run off before these guys see him. And he's screwed. And John tells Zeus, the same one who blew up something earlier, is going to do the same if he doesn't do this. So the guys rip the sign off of John, and Zeus grabs a gun off his back and grabs a cab. And now John McClane here keeps calling Zeus here, "Hey Zeus."
Why you keep calling me Jesus? I look Puerto Rican to you.
Guy back there called you Jesus.
He didn't say Jesus. He said, "Hey, Zeus." My name.
And at the police station, as we see the police psychologist telling Walter that this guy is crazy, whoever it is, blackmailing John McClane. Now Joe Lambert here, played by Graham Greene, thinks that Simon from McClane's list of arrests is the one who claims to be the Simon that called earlier. And here comes Charles Weiss here, played by Kevin Chamberlain, to tell everyone he found a briefcase with a bomb inside it. And shows everyone how the bomb actually works. And after all that, Simon's now calling back and now tries to trace his location.
Chair with me in it? That's very exciting. Let me ask you a question, Bonehead. Why are you trying to kill me?
And he just speaks like he's reading a poem. Now John answers and also wants Zeus on the line too, but Zeus pisses Simon off and hangs up. But luckily Simon calls back and talks to Zeus first, and everyone tries to locate him, but he'll call back at the subway station. And Cobb takes over and tries to bribe Simon, but it doesn't work. And the police psychologist identifies his accent as German, and Cobb gives back John his badge and gun. And Zeus Carver has to go too, and John questions why he saved him after the last incident. As Zeus leaves, John runs after him to tell him to come along since a bomb briefcase was found in a park in Harlem. So John and Zeus have made it to the payphone. And John tells Zeus he needs him more and answers the phone together, and back with the poet talk, and Simon knew there was a woman here before them. And tells him there's a bomb in the trash behind Zeus, and he gives them a riddle to figure out the number they gotta call back with. And they are 10 seconds late.
Next time.
But you're 10 seconds late.
No, the answer is one. There's a bomb in the trash.
New York.
Well, there was no bomb, and now to get to the next payphone on Wall Street, and they steal the cab, and the fastest way to get to their next payphone is through the park. And back on the road, and now they're stuck in traffic, and Zeus recommends a fire truck to follow, but call an ambulance instead and follow that. Now stops at the train station entrance and gives the wheel to Zeus, and John goes down instead, jumps on the moving train and looks for the bomb. And now this passenger gets in the cab with Zeus since he used to be a cab driver. This point's looking like Speed, the Keanu Reeves movie. And Zeus runs down too, and John has found the bomb inside this phone box and takes it off carefully. And now Zeus is screwed since he wants a payphone, and now tells a cop to duck and the bomb goes off, and John climbs out laughing. Here comes Joe Lambert getting updated as a woman is asked to call John and Zeus, and the two meet up with Cobb again in the FBI, another agency, and they show the two a picture of someone, and they ask too many questions, and now some military history on this guy and about the girl in the picture. And the guy's name is Peter Krieg, and now for the real question and answer.
The name Gruber mean anything to you, Lieutenant? He's Hans Gruber's brother.
Probably revenge for his brother, and now calls back Simon Gruber, and now for a new bomb locating a school in greater New York, and tells John and Zeus need to get to the next payphone. And Cobb and the FBI will have to find that bomb themselves, and Cobb tells everyone here to cooperate to find that bomb. So Simon Gruber, played by Jeremy Irons, made up another bomb scare for John and Zeus. And everyone fell for it.
They bought it. How come
begin?
Now back at the station, as the secretary is now known, all remaining calls will be back from the switchboard. And here come trucks outside as Simon here has got the police distracted by posing as police engineering. Now goes the other way with his other guys, and the others have shot Walsh, played by Anthony Peck, Gregory Peck's son, I believe. And back with John and Zeus running to the next payphone, talking about John pushed down Hans Gruber down the building in LA. And now Tank is here and Simon is robbing the gold reserve. Here comes a girl from the picture shown earlier by the FBI, and now Simon has all the guards unconscious and the manager. So yeah, the Federal Reserve Bank. And the security guards notice the gold bars are shaking. She's showing off, and all these guys communicate in German to know that they got the gold. And the two have made it to the next phone booth, and Simon picks up to give them another riddle for the next bomb, which is the elephant on the fountain there. But it's a briefcase stuck to the rock. And it's a weird bomb, and Simon calls back to message to use the gallons of water to turn it off. Meanwhile, Simon is dumping the gold bars in the trucks, and these two yelling at each other. And at the last minute, and called back Simon Gruber to be updated, and all John wants to know where the bomb is at the school. And now these two find out what 21 out of 42 is, and first think about Yankee Stadium, and now catches these kids stealing Butterfingers, the chocolate bar.
It's Christmas, you could steal City Hall.
And they steal kids' bikes and have made it to City Hall with the trucks leaving full of gold, and at the Federal Reserve Bank, and Simon's guy spots John McClane and Zeus Carver. And Zeus getting in the guy's face, changing his accent right away is just so funny, and hands the fake police the bomb briefcase and tries to leave it on the sidewalk, and now John McClane walks in showing his badge. They ask these fake security guards if they've seen anything and will take them down to the Federal Reserve and the fake detective. And inside the elevator, John sees that the badge belongs to Detective Walsh that was killed earlier. And here comes Zeus walking down to the Federal Reserve, and John gets scared by Zeus and finally notices this was just an attempt to steal gold. And Zeus grabs a gold bar and breaks into this car and spot the big trucks driving away and try to figure out what's 21 out of 42. What comes to mind is the 21st president of the US, and spots a Wall Street worker with a cell phone.
Wait. Hey, who's the 21st president?
Don't fuck yourself.
Now calls back Walter Cobb to tell him Simon just wanted to rob the gold from the Federal Reserve, and back to Simon calling up Elvis Duran, who is a real radio host, by the way, to warn about the bomb in any school in the area as everyone listens. And the two almost lost sight of the truck with Simon in it, and take a shortcut, and got fooled, and this is the truck that's going to the aqueduct, as a truck driver tells them. It makes it to the construction zone for the aqueduct, where something sketchy is going to happen as the foreman shows John McClane the blueprint, and goes down with Jerry as he gives his tourism expertise on the tunnel, and sees the trucks blocking.
Mickey O'Brien, Aqueduct Security. Hey, listen, we got a report of a guy coming through here with 8 reindeer.
And now tells Jerry here to call up Walter Cobb, the NYPD. And Jerry luckily knows his American history that the name of the 21st president of the US is Chester A. Arthur. And Zeus has made it to Yankee Stadium and sees handheld toy game. And Simon's guys are about to shoot Zeus, but they're not going to shoot unless John McClane is also there too. They have made it to one of the schools that may have a bomb. Chester A. Arthur Public School. What do you know? And Principal Martinez here of the school is asked to keep the kids in the auditorium, so Simon Gruber has made it well inside the construction zone area and tries to talk to his driver driving the other trucks behind him. And Simon pulls out an emergency bomb briefcase to blow the tunnel with McClane inside it. And back at the school, and Joe Lambert shows him a metal unit delivered this morning, unhooked. And John sees the water has broken inside the tunnel. And comes Zeus right on time as Simon's guys follow Zeus, and back at the school, the bomb is inside the big metal unit, and Joe Lambert is already screaming at Zeus, and John are trying to drive away from Simon's guy, and they gotta get to Chester A. Arthur Elementary School. And the kids are now interrupted by Principal Martinez telling them that Joe Lambert is from the fire department. And John McClane does one of his fancy tricks to kill off the guys. And John sees in the dead driver's pocket is change for the toll booth to move the gold, and the two have made it to the toll bridge and see a boat. And Zeus is ready to dive down onto the boat, and Joe Lambert is stalling with the kids. So meanwhile, the big guy here is showing something the short guy here found in one of the containers, and John hands Zeus a gun and just sneak off, and Zeus has made it to the front part of the boat with Simon, and he needs the code to turn off the bomb at the school, and this is so embarrassing. Now all the kids are running out of the school, and the fight between John McClane and the big guy, as Charles now keeps trying to disarm the bomb, and see those 4 kids who were playing cards earlier are still stuck inside. And the first Die Hard music is playing as John McClane calls up the Coast Guard, and Joe and the cop and the kids are trying to escape as fast as they can, and Charles looks screwed. So yeah, there was no bomb, and the real bomb is on the ship, where Zeus and John are at, as John McClane brings up Hans Gruber, and Simon has the Coast Guard on the radio now to broadcast his recorded message and about stealing the gold from the Federal Reserve. But he's gonna blow the gold up, and it's not revenge for his brother Hans at all, and just tosses John some aspirin. And the big guy's back asking where the gold is and drops a metal piece to tell the girl that they've been deceived. So the big guy actually gets killed, and Simon escapes in the escape boat, and these two are ready and are about to be blown up as John takes a splinter out to mess with the locks. And now talks about him and Holly being separated for a year because he couldn't pick up the phone on time, and jumps down and sees a bomb, and Zeus tells John to run away, and accidentally hurts Zeus, and the two escape, and it's Joe and Walter again located the two for updates, and Zeus telling Joe to toss John a quarters to use the payphone to call back Holly McClane, or Holly Gennaro. And after taking that aspirin,
Hold up, whoa!
leaves Holly hanging again, and Simon is back with his crew, and he actually has all the gold and he's ready to and the Nord de Ling was the same name written on the aspirin cap. It's actually a French location, as John and Zeus have located Simon Gruber. Oh yeah, they're in Canada right now, as John jumps out of the helicopter and distracts Simon Gruber. And that's the end of Simon Gruber and his girlfriend, and Zeus handing John another cord to call back Holly, and directed by John McTiernan, just like the first Die Hard, whereas the second Die Hard was directed by someone else. And that is Die Hard with a Vengeance from 1995, great sequel. You don't have to watch the second Die Hard movie, it has nothing to do with this one. And I'll see you next time in Airplane from 1980. Like, comment, and subscribe. Take care, see you soon, and watch away. Once again, Happy New Year, and I'll see you next time.